Much has changed in the 160 years that the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist has stood on the corner of East 9th and Superior. Yet one thing remains the same: the commitment of the people who make up the parish of the Cathedral to serve social needs, enlighten, and reach out wherever there is an unmet need.
The people sitting in the pews, including myself, are being asked to step forward and live their faith a little more openly, embracing one another, trying to help others.
During the Depression, thousands of meals were served out of the cathedral canteen in the old boys' school. The parish house served the same needs earlier. Today, a partnership with the Cosgrove Center and a partnership with other downtown churches of all denominations feeds thousands every week.
Other than the actual Social Concerns Committee, we do a lot right at the side door, or the office door here with the homeless people. They see a church and they think, oh, the church will be kind to them, the church will give them what they need, so they come for a whole variety of things.
The Cathedral Parish and its leaders have observed decades of change, but not as passive viewers, rather engaged participants and at times catalysts. When needed, the people of the Cathedral have leapt into action to help, to comfort, and to be a voice for social justice and change. In the late 60s, race relations and anti-Vietnam War sentiments polarized America. The Cathedral led, launching Project Peace, uniting black and white in a common cause. Dilapidated housing in Huff was transformed into a comfortable, modern living space. The project, called Lexington Square, was the first step in what would later become a boom of housing.
Our particular aim is to kind of build a city within a city here, and to show that in the heart of Huff, that this can be done, that we can rehabilitate this.
Bishop James Hickey spoke out on gun control, peace, busing, and many issues. In 1976, his call to help the hungry, called Eucharistic Sunday, saw Parma's Byersville flooded with the faithful, all bringing food.
This food is going to be distributed to some of the inner city centers, both in Cleveland and outside of Cleveland, where they have no problem whatsoever in distributing the food to those who are really in need.
The outreach of the Cathedral and the Diocese crossed international borders. In 1980, the risk of spreading the word of God in hostile lands was brought home brutally. 4 missionary church women, 2 of them from Cleveland, were murdered in El Salvador. One, Sister Dorothy Kazel, was an Ursuline nun from Cleveland. She was remembered in her tearful service at the cathedral.
Those of us whose lives were touched directly by Dorothy and her companions have had their lives changed.
Bishop Anthony Pillar reached out to political and business leaders, spreading word of the importance of the cathedral in downtown Cleveland and seeking partnership. His cathedral ball raised much-needed funds for improvement, programming, and continuation of outreach programs of Cleveland's Catholics.
The cathedral not only has a very practical and sacramental role, but it also has a very important role symbolically as to what it means within the Catholic way of life.
Today, the cathedral is responding to new challenges. Among them, an ever-growing demand for its social services and a flock of worshipers being tended to by fewer priests.
For a parish church that has very few residents that actually live in the area, there's an extraordinary number of people who call the cathedral their parish and who are very involved in liturgical ministries and also in formational initiatives and outreach to those who are in need.
As the cathedral moves into the future, promising signs of revitalized life abound. Ever-expanding parish ministries reach out to the needy, to those seeking spiritual growth, the sick, the young, and the elderly.
Whether it be in the community or whether it be globally, if you have a passion for helping others and some concern that there's some injustice being done, what difference can I as a person do? What difference can I make as a Christian, as a Catholic? And that's basically what our ministry is made up of.
The future holds exciting possibilities for the cathedral as downtown repopulates. Hundreds of housing units are being built within walking distance to the cathedral. For families living here, St. John's will truly be their neighborhood church. The warehouse district is already booming. Night spots and condos form a vibrant neighborhood that is also served by the cathedral. The Marin project on West 4th has brought new life and more housing to downtown, while other plans, still on the drawing board, promise new life.
We are intersecting with the life of the Holy Father and the Bishop, as well as the business and civic community, the needs of parishioners, and of course the hustle and bustle of the city, including its challenges and its blessings.
It makes it very clear that our church is quite involved in the community and reminds them of not only the spiritual blessings that come from the Roman Catholic Church, but also the temporal well-being of the members of the church and also of the greater community.